myself. Good evening, Ham Radio 2.0 happy hour live stream. We're going to be kicking it off here in just a second. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Looks like I got about, if I could count, I got about 7 people in the Zoom session besides myself. Mike's already talking about bioinnos in the, already talking about bioinnos in the chat there, Mike. All right, let's switch it over here. I'm going to unmute you guys and push it over there. Hey, guys, good evening. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good evening.
Great.
Good.
What's going on? I was torn to start yelling at the camera or just be normal.
Yeah, for you, that is, yeah.
I'm not
For
not
you,
sure
that's
Frank
a challenge,
has
I
a
guess.
normal.
Yeah, well, that is a good point, too. All right, so having a happy hour tonight. Appreciate everybody joining, and this is the January edition, and we might have a couple of new faces come in tonight. I invited some extra people, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So we'll start off. Welcome Joe and Frank and Mike and Craig, Tom, Aaron, and Steve. So thanks to all of you for joining tonight. Tell me what you guys are drinking tonight.
I got a collection.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I will
turn
go
off.
first.
Go ahead.
I am drinking the
Frank.
Living Jewel. This is a Japanese style beer. Continuing my stepbrother's tour around the world, I'm in Japan now. I'd like to also welcome Noel. Where you been, man? Welcome back.
Yeah. Noel's been kind of MIA here
Yes, so
recently.
and everyone
so-
else in the chat will be interacting with y'all too. There we go. It's opening.
There we go. Oh yeah, your brother gave you that pack of beers from around the world or something?
This is
Yeah,
continuing that
okay.
stepbrothers tour. This is probably
Okay.
the 3rd or 4th one. I have another 6-pack
Cool.
downstairs.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks for being here. Somebody else go.
I've got 2 things to share. Let me turn
Go for it,
off
Mike.
my virtual background here, though. You can see my beautiful hotel room. This is the ham shack, but I've got.
This is the ham
You
shack.
can see I've got the Slim Jim antenna right in the window there,
Oh, okay.
and I got my
okay.
little QY. What is that? The TYT 8600 little
I-
VHF UHF radio.
like it.
Yeah.
You gotta
Sure.
have radio, but so I'm drinking as usual the Founders All Day IPA because I love Founders, and you can drink it all day because it says so. And then
Because it's
yeah, I mean it's straight up. That's the instructions are all day. So-
all day. You got to drink it all
Yep.
day.
So then I don't know if I really mentioned this much, but I am a very huge Coca-Cola fan. Hence the Coca-Cola shirt. I have like 10 Coke shirts. It's like half my wardrobe. So there's regular Coke and there's Mexican Coke. And you can get Mexican Coke pretty much anywhere. But
Okay, I don't want to get demonetized. Explain what Mexican Coke is.
Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola made in
Okay,
Mexico.
okay. Just clarify.
It has real
I thought I
sugar.
prefaced it with the Coca-Cola, okay?
Mhm.
Just wanted to clarify. Wanted to clarify.
In Michigan, I used to be able to get these big 500 milliliter glass bottles, but you can't get them anymore. They're all 12 ounces. So I found at the local Walmart today the big bottles of Mexican Coca-Cola, and the difference is, I don't know if you can see it,
Sugar, brother.
they're made with cane sugar.
Yes.
Oh,
It's the
yeah.
good stuff.
So much better.
Cool.
And these were like these were at Walmart. They had literally a whole crate or a pallet full, and I'm like, I'm in heaven now. So they were like $1.50 or something each. This is, oh my God. You wanna go back to your childhood. You get yourself one of these
Wow.
Bad Jacksons. So I bought 2 of these and I got them laying down in the fridge like a nice bottle of wine. So those are special.
That's awesome. Yeah, they make a pure cane sugar version of Dr. Pepper that's quite
Ooh,
tasty.
I haven't seen that.
So, yeah, they definitely do that.
Nice.
So, cool. Well, let me welcome Adam and Chuck and Don. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. We're just kind of going around in no specific order, telling everybody what we're having for libations tonight. So Frank and Mike have gone. So somebody else go. Whoever wants to go, go
I'll
ahead.
go. I got it. Go ahead.
I'm just going with the heavy stuff my daughter gave me from work. Del Taco iced tea. That's all I got today. Didn't cost me anything.
That's all right.
I wish we had Del Taco.
Hey, that's.
Hey, In
There
and
used
Out
to be
made it
some
to
of those
Denver.
around here.
In and Out made it to Denver. Maybe that'll get to you.
Really?
In and Out's
No.
in Texas. It's in Arlington now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, In and Out
It
can
is.
go. Just be out.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
Some people do not have a
It's-
refined palate.
It's
Yeah.
not bad, but it's not Whataburger either. So
No, it would be
'cause it's
better than Whataburger.
Still haven't
No,
tried
it's
the
not.
Whataburger.
It's not even. No, it's not even
Well,
close to
no,
Whataburger.
I have to
actually.
preface that it's better than Whataburger until it's 2:00 in the morning, at which point Whataburger reigns supreme.
Whataburger hands down
Yeah.
all the time.
No. Whataburger's much better. All right, Jeremy. Bolshevik last name, dude. I don't know how you say that name. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, "Thank you for your channel and tech class video series. Thank you. I passed my technician test this afternoon.
Sweet.
Now I'm enjoying a Hop Zone IPA 762 on the super chat money. So congratulations, Jeremy. And let me know how to say your last name, dude. And let us know when you get your call sign. Really appreciate a follow up from you guys. But yeah, good deal. So
Excellent,
okay,
excellent.
two or three of you tried to talk when Craig did. So somebody go.
I'll grab it. Let's see. I'm starting out with the Wiseacre Starless. Then I went on ahead and brought the next one up because I know it's going to be that kind of night, which is Ghost River Brewing Grind and Shine Coffee Ale.
Ooh, that's
And of course, I'm me, so I have my coffee. And then I got a Gatorade and a water because, well, you just have to round it all out.
because you got to, right?
So
Got to. Cool.
I have
Thanks for being here, Steve. Go ahead, Tom.
10-year-old Kentucky Bird Dog.
Nice.
And it's
Very
invisible.
small batch. Yeah,
it is a
bottle.
It's a
small
really
batch.
small batch. Can't even
Really
see
I
it.
want
small
some
batch.
of that.
Kids,
I
My
wanna go
dog's
visit.
on the picture.
Aw.
My dog breeds on the picture. So yeah, it's very good stuff. So
I also have Kentucky Spirit sitting on my desk, which will
Nice,
be drank
nice.
later tonight.
Awesome.
I got a bottle of Johnny Walker Black up there too that one of the girls from Michigan gave me before I left, but I'm
Nice.
saving that.
this is 90 proof.
Ooh.
What do you got there,
Ooh.
Adam?
Wow.
It's in a box,
It's,
so that means it's expensive.
Yeah.
A
wooden
it's
box
the,
too, I think, isn't it?
the Johnny Walker celebratory blend. So it's a special release one. Yeah, it's
Very
good
nice.
stuff.
Nice.
I love Johnny Walker.
But I'm drinking the
Johnny
Society
Walker's good.
the Pupil, which is pretty tasty local IPA. There, it's in focus for you. Yeah.
So that's the 70 centimeter can.
Yes.
That's good. For those who don't get that joke, Adam built a 10 meter, 20 meter
20 meter
vertical
yeah.
out of 20 meter vertical out of aluminum beer cans.
Beer tenna.
And if you have not seen that, it is well worth the watch and quite amusing to watch.
Yeah.
And he made a bunch of contacts on it too. So, oh, great, good deal. All right, somebody else
good
go.
I went with the a store bought instead of the homebrew tonight. I just got a from Saranac Brewing Company. They're out of Utica, New York. It's just their Black Forest, they call it. So pretty tasty. A little darker brew, but it's pretty good.
Cool.
I did the 4 Point. You can see it. It's a says Nuremberg inspired red ale. I don't quite get that, but it's not bad. After I read it, I'm like,
Nuremberg.
what do you mean by that?
Nuremberg.
Better off not knowing, probably.
Yes, probably not.
Probably so.
They're out of San Francisco.
So I'm curious, how's my audio sound? I'm using a different microphone for now.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Hey, Rolly's in the chat.
Oh, is he? Okay. I've got too many windows open here. Roger.
You need more monitors. I have 3.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing pretty well.
So Roger's from a channel called Radioklahoma, and which is a catchy name. First time on the stream, and I invited him to join us tonight. So it took me a second to remember your name. I was like, Roger Hernandez. So I looked back in my email. I'm like, I know who that is.
You just completely ruined his channel for me because I always called it Radio Oklahoma, and now you just pointed out it's missing the O, so now I'm screwed.
Well, it's like Radio
How do you-
Oddity. Abe calls
Yeah,
it Radio
Yeah.
Oddity, or what does he say? Radio.
No, it's
Radio
he
Diddy
calls
or
it Radio
something?
Diddy. No. Steve, as a teacher and a grammar perfectionist like myself, you should understand how Radioklahoma is both spelled and pronounced.
Well, yeah,
Come
but
on, man.
I just glanced at it and I was like,
Like
like I
first
said,
grade compound words.
Right. You're like, huh,
I'm not sure that
interesting.
counts as a
Okay.
compound word.
Well, sure it does. You take two words and you smash them together.
Okay.
Germans do it all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm German.
Right.
And that
Right.
makes it right.
Yeah, obviously,
well.
yeah. Oh
We
boy.
can't all be right.
So so Roger, take 1 or 2 minutes and tell everybody about your channel. What you, if you have like a specialty inside of ham radio, and what kind of videos you make and that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I'm fairly new to the hobby. I got my license about a year ago. So initially I was just intending on kind of documenting my journey, more or less, like along, what the things that I learned along the way, essentially. Since then, it's been about a year. I kind of dropped off on my channel. I'm actually planning a relaunch. I just got like a new camera and mic, and I got some new radio equipment, essentially. So planning on doing a shack tour soon, essentially. Kind of showing off what I have put together so far, and then I'm also working on a documentary, essentially, which is I've found like a book that was kind of interesting that had to do with like an old like ham radio international like maritime station, and I reached out to the author and actually got permission to use like content from their website in the book. So I'm working on kind of piecing that together into something that's palatable and enjoyable. So I'm pretty excited about that. That should be coming out. I'm still pretty early in the stages of it. I would say probably a month or so. I think I'll be ready to let that out.
Nice.
Are you
Okay.
willing to share what maritime station it was?
Yeah, sure.
Or is that
It's
part
this is the book. It's Portishead Radio. You guys want to
Okay.
look into it? It's pretty interesting stuff. Yeah, the author Larry Bennett. I reached out to him and kind of got permission, essentially to use content. There's like you can, if you look up Portishead Radio on Google, there's a website that has like essentially slideshows of the station over the years, going back to like the early 30s. So it's pretty interesting stuff.
Cool.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for joining us tonight, Roger. It's always good to see new faces in the chat and on the screen as well. Let me take a second here and go over to Chris. Chris, man, it's got to be like what, 2:15 in the morning where you are?
I don't look
Just
at the
never
time
sleeps.
anymore. Yes, 2:15.
You don't look at the time anymore.
I can't leave the house because I broke my shoulder, of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Got the
Oh, sorry to
splint
hear that.
on. I can't leave the house because there's lockdown, and I can't leave the
Uh-huh.
house because I'm under quarantine, because I was traveling with my son in the car, and we discovered he's got COVID-19. So anyone that's been with him, so for three
Oh,
reasons I
wow.
can't go out. So I thought I'd switch my radios on and stick with radios and YouTube, and it doesn't matter what the time is. I can, I can't sleep. If I feel all right, I'll do something. Doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter what the time is.
Okay, well, I had Callum on the stream on Wednesday, and
Yeah.
we were talking about his move and everything, and I said, "Well, just FYI, we have a happy hour, but it's like 2 a.m. for you." He's like, "Oh no, I would be sleeping at that time."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Okay, dude, that's
Well,
cool."
I've just woke up, so
So-
it's fine.
There you go. Thanks for joining us, Chris. I appreciate it. All right, not everyone has told us what you're drinking tonight, so somebody else go for it.
I'm just thirsty. I didn't even bring a bottle of water. So.
Oh,
Sorry.
Forgot water. Bummer.
I guess I'm going to be the designated driver here tonight.
Right.
You're gonna have to be, because this coffee cream ale, oh, it's pretty good.
I got to be up early tomorrow morning for work. Tomorrow's my Monday, and this is going to be straight old Arizona iced tea. But and I'm freezing cold. I went out for POTA today, and
nice.
I'm pulling an MRD. Now I know why Mike went to Texas for a lot of reasons. You know, south of I forget, is it 40 degrees latitude? I need to go south. This is good. I'm still cold. I took a hot shower and.
Yeah, it's miserable.
It is. You're
There's no
absolutely
reason
right,
to
Mike.
be up there.
I get it, but no, I had to go back to my roots today. I had to just play. I cut a small 25-second video for Jason. I'll get that to you in a couple days or less. And that was fun. A lot of and of course I forgot my selfie stick. So one of those things, you know how you sometimes you forget a power cord, a microphone, an antenna, or I forgot my selfie stick, but I made do. I was very impressed with some of the things I used to prop up an iPhone 11. you get very ingenious in the when you're in the wild.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. Shoot, man. Well, that's that video of your wife hosing you down in the subarctic temperatures there was actually quite fun. That was like Frank level of let's humiliate ourselves on camera. So
everything I do on camera is genuine.
And
I don't know what you're
that was
saying.
genuine. Let me tell you something. Talking about turtle, because
and there goes the monetization.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. Like I'm not sure about your spouses and YLs, XYLs. You ask them to help you out, they'll help you out. They don't want to be on camera. But when I asked her, I said, "Listen, will you spray the water? I want this to be genuine. We're going to get this bag soaking wet, and we're not going to just it's not going to be a light spray." And she said, "No problem."
No problem.
Like Chris Farley and Tommy Boy were.
Yes.
Down as a cat.
Exactly.
I was jealous, Don. Watching you out there in
gosh.
January, and you've got no snow, and I'm sitting here with 8-10 inches on the ground from the night before.
If you rewatch the video, I was supposed to say I will not buy any more radios, but you know how us hams are. We will buy more radios, like Mr. Good Game, who was showing off his new icon the other. Was it earlier today?
That's today. That came in the mail today.
Yeah, there you go. See, we will always be buying stuff.
It's the ICV86. She doesn't know I bought this one, so we're gonna be quiet while she's.
Well, it's not.
Don't broadcast it over the
getting
world.
the hose.
Just don't put it on YouTube, and you'll be all right.
Got that garden hose. Hide that garden hose.
She's in there watching Pride and Prejudice or something, so we're good.
She doesn't subscribe to me, I hope.
Yeah, but she probably doesn't click it all that often. She's like, I get enough ham radio junk out of you. I'm like, okay.
Right. All right. So Ria has joined us tonight. Good evening, Ria.
Hey, Ria.
Hi, good evening.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. How's it?
Sounds like a
How's
fun
it going
time.
up there? Yeah,
Well,
we true.
It's going pretty good. This week was pretty. I really so I mentioned one of my other hobbies is drone flying, and I've been itching to fly this week. Just so many clouds, but I actually did get on the radio, and there's something very special I'm doing on the radio next week. If you let me talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, so Last Man Standing is in its last season standing. So a bunch of us are going to be doing the special event, the X Activators plus a few others.
I'll be joining in that. I got the email from John the other day. I was like, yes,
cool.
I want to do that.
That's gonna
So
be fun.
yeah, please do talk about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically what happened was while the show was going on, the studio, John A6JA invited a bunch of hams over to operate in Studio City, and I was one of the lucky ones chosen. So we ended up operating there, and Joe Eisenberg, the Leah kids, and Josh KI6NAZ was there too, and a whole bunch of us. So they're doing a grand send-off, and it's going to be in conjunction with the Great South Bay Amateur Radio Club. And they are doing like these 1x1 call signs and also KA6 LMS. So it's going to be a grand old time. So look for us, and you'll get your certificates.
That's great.
Awesome.
Yeah, John emailed me and he said, "Hey, I'm emailing some people because my wife and I actually went up there and saw the show, and they say filmed in front of a live studio audience. So we got to see the show, and I got to operate as K6 LMS from their think it was a 7610 they had at the time. They had just put it in, and so I got to operate that and watch the show, and I took my wife there. She thought that was fun. She's like, finally something good out of you being a ham radio operator. So but that was fun. So I got the email from John the other day. He's like, would you like to do this? And I'm like, are you talking about coming back there? Or you talk about remotely? He's like, no, we want stations all over the nation. I'm like, oh, that sounds really fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that myself.
So as for the other question, what am I drinking tonight? Well, I'm drinking an undisclosed drink, but this cup was given to me by Whiskey 2 Yankee Radio, and it's from the Radio Amateur Society of Thailand.
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
anniversary. Yeah, he's really nice guy, and he's been, I guess he worked with the U.S. Foreign Service with a bunch of guys, and he was stationed in Thailand, and he's had a lot of links there, so he gave me a present.
Nice,
straight up,
very cool.
Yeah, straight up moonshine. Undisclosed drink. Straight up moonshine. Oh, thanks for being here, Ria. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Kat, sit down in front of the camera, Catherine. There you go. Now you got to unmute yourself.
Unmute.
You got to unmute yourself, Kat.
Mute.
I muted her because
she's well in the bag.
She started early.
I want that soundbite. Someone say that. I want that soundbite.
Yeah. Shut up, Frank.
Shut up, Frank.
Oh.
There's your intro.
There's your intro. Hey, Frank, there's your intro.
Yeah.
What'd you say,
My
Kat?
dad's name was Frank, so I never got to say "shut up, Frank" to my dad.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, Frank, you should email Kat after this night is done and ask her to be your next intro skit.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm always looking for him.
Yeah.
All you have to do is say,
what's
"Shut
going
up, Frank."
Shut up, Frank.
That's right. So what's going on in Alabama, Kat?
Nothing much. I gotta go to work tomorrow early, but I made my usual drink, but I did something different. I did orange pineapple instead of just pineapple juice.
Nice.
So I'm trying it.
Awesome. Good deal.
You guys
All
realize
right.
this is probably a world record for ham radio videos having 2 females on at once.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
It's gonna break the
stuff.
interwebs.
I actually recorded something with both of these ladies and several other people that I'll be posting on my channel probably next week. So it's the first time you guys are seeing it, but I'm privileged.
I posted a preview of it. Yes.
I know. I saw your shirt. Yeah, I saw your shirt. That's
I wasn't going to inflate his
I was
ego.
like, I almost forgot about this, guys. I
Tom's got it, too.
apologize. I almost forgot about it, and I was like, oh, I was supposed to do something tonight. What was it? And I was like, oh, shoot. Yeah. So I went and found the shirt and threw on my hat.
Nice.
That's great. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
I've got a new video that I haven't edited yet that I'll be uploading soon.
Okay, what's it about?
It's going to be a oh crap, what is that? The Geocon Atlas 4K.
Oh yes,
I reviewed
I've
it.
seen that. I have seen that.
Fancy bit of kit right there.
Yeah, it is. It
I was
really
just on
is.
DX Engineering's website today buying some stuff, and I saw that. I was like, well, that thing's like $2,000, isn't it?
No, I think it's like 400.
Or is that the little
Right.
the little
It's the
box
little thing that you
Yeah.
hook up to the TV.
Yeah.
But you have to run it on a 4K monitor or TV, or it won't look right.
Correct.
They say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god. Okay. Well, I have 4K TVs, but I don't have a 4K monitor for my computer, so.
My wife's going to get out that hose again. I'm going to buy something else. No, that's been on my wish. No, honestly, I think every hand that's on my cat. I can't wait to see that video. Like something like that's been on my wish list for a long time. So
I always wonder what would stop somebody from just buying that and hooking it up to like an Elgato like capture and just having the most popular ham radio stream ever. You know, everybody would just have that in the background.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. It wasn't.
That's a great idea.
It wasn't mine,
Hold on.
unfortunately.
Hold on. Let me order one. That's a great idea. I'm just kidding.
So I reviewed it, and so I liked it a lot. It gave you different maps, topography, geography. You could do clouds, you could do no clouds, you could do lights. I mean, it's very customizable to what you want to see.
Where can we buy this?
Gigapart.
Anywhere.
Gigaparts.
Gigaparts has them.
And that was out of
Gigapart.
stock for a while. I think last time I was looking, when I called, was it Steve down there? That was out of stock for a while. So
well,
I'm glad it's back.
Well,
yeah. Next time you call and talk to Steve, tell him I said that he needs to take care of you.
Pro tip for
it won't help you at all, but just tell him I said that.
pro tip for all you young tubers out there. Check your camera. Even though you know the camera was just recording and you turned it off, and you hit the button to turn it back on, make sure that light's on.
What I like to do,
I lost 8 minutes today.
I like to script the audio.
I like my Insta360 camera, Frank, because I can actually control it from my phone, and that's how I did this one.
Nice.
That's true.
One of the cameras.
Dopey me forgot to bring my tripod, and all I had was a monopod.
Oh, I've done that.
And so one of my friends was holding the monopod while I filmed, and I was like, "Well, can you just hit the button up there?" And they're like, "Nope." So I did it from my phone.
Oh gosh.
So I did a soda activation one time from the sand dunes in Mojave National Preserve, and there's like, you're on sand dunes. There's nowhere to set up an antenna mast, and I was out there with a couple of friends, and I was like, "Hey, could you hold this for a few minutes for me?" so I had my buddy holding the antenna mast. I have a photo of him just standing there holding the pole up as I'm making contact.
Definitely no radiation at all. It's totally safe.
Don't touch this part or this part or this part.
It was the NFED halfway. The wire was far away from him. He was fine.
You couldn't jam it in the sand?
I didn't want to get sand in it's a telescopic pole. It's carbon fiber.
Oh, yeah.
So like the
Pixels
last
and
thing you
then
want
get
is, it just destroy the thing. It'd make it shatter. So
You need to add one of those like X-ray shields to your POTA gear list.
We used
like $5 for those?
We used the soda beams in the sand dunes on Lake Michigan, and that
nice.
It worked mostly. It fell down once, but just the way that's guide with the wires and then the one guide rope actually was pretty good solution.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a tough challenge on sand dunes for sure.
Yeah.
Soda beams, that's a good I really like the way that antenna was put together. Matt brought one to the Pacifico expedition year before. Actually, gosh, it was a year and a half ago.
It's the same soda beams I'm talking about. It was Matt's.
Yeah. Oh, you had that's right. He came up there to where you were.
And Matt and Evan.
Yeah.
So
that
I
was
got
my first. Yeah, that was my first real Parks on the Air, the 2040. And I'm actually thinking of using it this Saturday for Winter Field Day right here in the backyard. And it's a pain in the neck to unlink it and link it, but you're only using it for 2 bands, so
it's really not though. It's so not a big deal.
I'm getting lazy.
I understand that.
I really like how I'm setting up on that Eagle One. That Eagle One off my tailgate, it's just you just switch bands. But I do like from time to time you should just get up, walk around for a little bit, get a drink, get a smoke, whatever, and clip it. Well, I know I'm just complaining. It takes 30 seconds, Mike. You're right. I mean,
probably
yeah.
But that's why I like the NFED half wave, or I'll take 15 minutes to set up the DX Commander. And then, because I agree. Like when I want to change bands, I am very much an instant gratification person. So I want it now, or I'll see someone spotted, like I'll be on 40 and then someone will be spotted on 20 and I'll be like, now I have to wait.
I went to go buy the pack antenna. And guess what? He's sold out again. So
he's been sold out forever. I've been looking to buy that antenna for like 6 months. He's been sold out.
I thought he had some in stock. I thought he had.
He did.
Well, I haven't looked in a few weeks.
Yeah, some of them just showed up tonight. I've been looking. Some showed up tonight. I got one in my cart, so don't buy it.
Cool.
Damn it.
Well, let's totally
let
If you
Let's
have it in your
totally
cart and you
let's-
haven't
wallet
bought
and
it, it is your own fault.
Oh,
No, I got to get my
wow.
wallet, buy it. When the wife sees it, tell her, but honey, it's been here forever. Not my fault you didn't see it.
It's so small. It was in a little. It was.
Yeah,
it
put
was.
down
It
that
was in the
garden
back
hose.
of the junk drawer in the kitchen.
Or
Oh my god.
my
was
favorite
full-
thing is just hiding stuff in the car and then bringing it out.
He was stocked back in December, and I hem and hawed, and I was going back and forth between a few. What should I do? Or should I make my own? I was going to call Adam up and say, Adam, send me a simple design. I'll make my own. And I hem and hawed, and guess what happened? Snooze to lose.
Okay, so the one that he has right now is the Packtenna Mini N-Fed Half Wave. Is that for 40 or 80, Mike?
So it comes. That's the one that like that. There's two favorite antennas that I have: the Packtenna N-Fed Half Wave and
Yeah.
the DX Commander Expedition. So the Packtenna N-Fed Half Wave comes with enough wire. It's a bit long, so you can trim it down to whatever proportion of 20 meters you want. So I
Okay.
had bought, thanks to Adam's recommendation, some of that poly stealth wire. Some, I think it's 24 or 26 gauge poly stealth wire.
26.
It's the silkiest, sexiest freaking wire in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I
That
added
stuff is cool.
another length, probably another 10 meters to it. And I linked them with the I think they're like 2.5 millimeter banana plugs. They're like mini banana plugs that George from Packtenna sent me that he uses for the link dipole. And I just linked them together, and that where I link it, there's a little S-beaner, and that's what I put for the center in the mast, and I run it as an inverted V, and I can just leave it linked, and it's good for 40, 20, I think 15 and 10, something like that. It's 4 bands. But if I wanted to add another length for 80 meters, I would have, you get pretty much all the bands with an 80 meter end.
Mike, I probably watched. You have a video on that, and he has it.
I
think
do.
He made, and I got to tell you, I've probably watched that video maybe 20 times already. And I said, I'm going
Nice.
to do exactly what Mike has done.
I just so bought that antenna.
There you go. So there,
I have been looking at that antenna for like 8 months,
Dude, it
man, and I know
is-
I know what Mike always says. He's like, George, this is a part-time gig for him. He doesn't work on it full time. I
Yeah.
understand that, believe me. And I look and I'm like, oh, it's in stock. Click. So I
There you
just
go.
so bought that antenna.
But just the design, I was on the Ham Radio Workbench podcast a few weeks ago with George and Jeremy, and I was telling
good
George like dude, I mean I have all 3 of them now, and I love them all, but and they're all designed the same. I mean the balun and on and
Yeah.
stuff is different, but the way he thought that antenna out is so absolutely perfect for a
Yeah.
portable operator.
Yeah.
It's designed already as a wire winder, so you can do
Yep.
your figure 8, and it's, I mean, they're so, everything's in my car, otherwise I'd grab one, but it's literally like the end-fed half wave is smaller than my hand. So like,
That's
it's
awesome. Yeah.
and they don't weigh anything. There's just nice thin wire. You can put 100 watts through them, no problem. They're all designed for 100 watts, and they get out,
Yeah.
man. They're so
So-
easy to put up too. I love it.
So life at terminal velocity in the chat says Jason has 300 antennas he never uses.
So what?
The only antenna that I've never used is the DX Commander. I have 300 other antennas I actually have used. So let me clarify that.
You know what, dude? I got to back
Everybody
you up
gives
on
me a hard
that,
time about the
Jason.
DX
we
Commander.
bust your chops about not making the DX Commander.
I know.
But
I love it though.
I have so many antennas. I don't even know how many antennas I have, and I only
Yeah,
use a few
yeah.
of them. Like it's
Yeah.
like you get one.
Right.
I bought a QRP guy's end-fed half wave that's in a box somewhere that I have. I got it
really?
like right when I got this new job, so I had to pack everything up.
Oh.
So I'm waiting for everything to get here.
I've got
but,
the
like,
I've got the Jason KM4
I need to get that
ACK.
too.
What's I've got that
KM4 ACK,
kit.
He's got an end-fed half
Yeah,
wave.
I've got his end-fed half wave sitting right there.
Yeah.
I haven't built
He's
it.
sold
yet.
out though. I was just
So-
looking at the website like 2 days ago. I want to
Yeah.
get one.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
love them. I want more. I'm so enamored
No
by
doubt.
antennas.
So
I know.
49 to ones work really well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
one of the things I don't think the Packtenna end-fed half wave has it normally in their instructions, but what I've discovered is that if you want that 40 meter half wave length of wire, 64-ish feet plus or minus, for what part of the band you want, if you want it to be resonant on 20 and 15 and 10, usually it ends up, if it's resonant on 40, it's a little high on 20, 15, and 10. So it helps to put an inductor, a loading coil, And I'm trying to work out kind of the specifics for the instructions on my antenna, so I can give people a good sort of baseline to start from. But about 6 feet or roughly 2 meters from the feed point, if you put a coil on about a 3/4 inch former, I use black plastic drip line as the former, and you do about 13 to 15 turns of the wire on there, and it inductively loads the higher bands more than it loads 40 meters, because the current that's flowing through the wire on the higher bands is higher at that location, and you bring those upper bands more into resonance. So that loading coil about 6 feet from the start of the wire will help you on to get that 40 meter wire resonant on 20, 15, and 10.
That's good.
Yeah, it's
okay. See, I've got the NFEV half wave from Nelson Antennas, which he claims he's the largest antenna manufacturer seller on eBay. And I bought his 9-to-1 random wire, and I bought his 80 meter NFED half wave, and that sucker is huge. I tried to take it out to POTA one time, and I'm like, holy crap! I mean, it's a great antenna. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to. But it's 133 feet is what it is. And it's like, man, I need a 40 meter NFED half wave because this thing is just too darn, it's too long. I could take it out to the deer lease and I got plenty of room out there, but taking out to a parks activation is really kind of a pain, because I'm like, I need you guys to clear out and like move 100 yards that way if you don't mind, that kind of thing. So it's,
the other, you can also just, if you want 80, you can always, build an antenna with a loading coil, somewhere along the length of the end.
Yeah,
that works.
Yeah, I've used my 40 to check into 80 meter nets on the weekends here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
without any trouble with 10 watts, and they heard me fine. So
if you got a tuner, you can force it.
Right. I think Chris had a question. He said something in the chat a second ago. Chris, you got something to say?
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Wolf River coils. Has anyone used the Wolf River coils? I'm thinking of getting one. Looks quite reasonable.
Mike's an expert on that.
I've done a couple activations.
Mike knows them well.
Yeah, so have I.
Yeah, they're great.
They look good value. They cover up a nice, lots of bands. Bit, possibly bit of a compromise compared to something full length, but
the short loaded vertical,
an apartment antenna. I thought it looked good.
I would think for an apartment it'd be great.
Hey Chris, there's a couple guys in the UK that make a very similar one. Looks pretty nice too.
Is that the super antenna?
Yeah, I think so. No, not that one. It's a different one.
That's about $400. That is. This is.
No, this one's about the same price as the Wolf River. I'll have to look that.
Right, yeah.
It's but they're in the UK, and it looks built pretty much the same way. So it might be.
No, get the Wolf River coils.
But the Wolf River coils, I've got one. They were good. I got this.
I've never used one.
They're less than $200, aren't they? The Wolf River.
Oh yeah,
I paid about $150 for my Silver Bullet 1000.
I don't know of anything that sort of price. I just thought it looks like a good price.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. They're great build quality. It's a good, solid, sturdy bit of kit. The whips are a bit flimsy.
Yeah.
I wish they would be a little bit sturdier. I've had a lot of people tell me that where the actual thread is kind of crimped onto the radiating element, it can come loose and kind of spin.
Yes,
so
and Radio Dude was talking about that.
HRD,
yeah. A lot of people have told me that, but no, they're fantastic. They're kind of they take a bit of a learning curve to get to tune effectively and efficiently. Definitely, if you have an analyzer that's kind of small and portable, I would 100% recommend bringing that, because otherwise, crank up your radio's volume as loud as it'll go, and then you can kind of raise up and down the collar and turn it and just listen for the most noise, and that'll kind of get you there. But then you got to like key up on AM or FM or CW, something with a carrier, and then have your SWR. You can check it with the meter there. And then once you're there, it's such the finest movement to get that sweet spot.
Is so small, isn't it?
No, the bandwidth once it's tuned is fine. You're good across the whole band.
That's good, because mag loops are terrible like that.
Oh yeah, no, it's totally nothing like a mag loop at all. Nothing at all.
Yeah. So Chuck can remember the name of the company. Let me know.
I'll figure it out for you, Chris.
Thank you.
So you guys see the soda beams where they hold it up? I went out and did that one day. Made
That's
my
a
own,
UK company.
and really didn't like putting the mast up and down. So I got these little. I don't know if you guys can see them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bitty pulley, and I'll throw that up there for my infant or my link dipoles with like fishing line, and just pull it up and down with that instead of moving the pole up and down every time.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
It's to me it was easier than I don't like once the pole's up. I don't like to mess with it. That I always like to double it with if you have a good tuner, because you just pick a band and tune it and then you're good. But if you're using like the link dipoles, it's just a little easier to get them up and down and not have to move the pole every time. And then I watched somebody take it and they laid the pole down. I don't want. I'm like Mike. I want to do it now. I don't.
Yeah. Let me give Kyle a chance. He just joined us. AA0Z Kyle, if you've got your if you're listening.
We're gonna talk about football. Is that what we're talking about?
No. Yeah. You talk about whatever you want to, buddy. Whatever you want. This is a free for all. Thanks for joining tonight, man. How you doing?
How are you?
Oh, hanging in there.
I had a club meeting tonight. We had our new ARRL director, Art Ziegenbaum. Ziegenbaum? Yeah. Ziegelbaum. Thank you, Ria.
Right.
Do a presentation on how we got into amateur radio and some things about the ARRL. So good presentation. And that's what I've been doing for the last hour and a half, streaming that on YouTube. But now I'm here.
Yay!
Hey, Kai.
Nice.
Hello.
The Noel pointed out earlier, and any of y'all want to drop a link to your channel, go ahead and do that. I'm watching it out. If the YouTube channel wants me approved, though,
yes,
do go ahead and do that. We'll get them posted. And
you might not be able to drop a URL into the YouTube live stream. If it gives you trouble, drop it into the Zoom chat, and Frank can copy paste it from the Zoom chat into. I've already had 2 or 3 people come by after Roger came on and said, "Oh, Radioklahoma, I'm a new subscriber, so you should have a few new subscribers out of tonight. So please, everyone else, feel free to share your channels if you want to."
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get somebody else.
How in God's name do I just get my URL, like my K8MRD, youtube.com/K8MRD radio stuff?
So you need to have 100 subscribers, and you go and you enable the custom URL and features.
Yeah, I'm way after that.
Yeah.
You don't have a custom
I
URL?
do. It's K8MRD radio.
Oh.
It's youtube.com/K8MRD radio stuff. But
well, just type it out.
Use the keyboard.
But typing is
hard.
hard.
Do that.
He's a Mac guy. Okay, bear with him.
Those are $200 extra.
Use a keyboard.
That's why I took that. That's why I took that keyboarding class in high school.
Yeah. There you go. See, Mike's got it. Mike and Frank are both both moderators on my YouTube channel,
I don't
so
want to be a moderator
they can both post
anymore.
links for you.
This is how a Mac user's hand looks when they're clicking a mouse.
I got this magic
because
mouse. This thing's awesome.
single button mouse. Yeah.
No, this mouse
one
is
big mouse.
awesome. You guys don't even know. You guys have no idea.
Jason, breaking news, Jason.
What's that?
You might have. I ran upstairs. I shut off my. I ran upstairs to go get a credit card that the wife doesn't have. Yeah, I mean that's. You must have bought the last Packtenna.
Must have bought the last one. No.
It was me.
I came down there going through the PayPal. All of a sudden it says sorry, sold out. So
sorry.
No, I think I got the last one right after Jason because I double checked.
Craig brought one too. Oh gosh.
Great minds.
All right, so Mike, you need to email George tomorrow and say.
I'm emailing him right now, actually.
I need to recruit.
I love it when we get on YouTube and we completely obliterate a website, and then people come by the next day and they're like, "How did I sell 97 of these last night?"
There couldn't have been many left.
That's happened before in the past.
There could have only been 2 or 3 left.
It was literally grid down. I think we all just did it.
Yeah.
Grid down, the grid down guy. Yeah.
Why is he not on the stream?
I know it. Yeah, I need to email him.
That's what I'm worried about.
So I'm gonna get a refill. So you guys take it for a second. I'm gonna get a refill.
Hey, Frank.
Yes.
I need a favor, Frank. I keyed up this icon and I locked up all my windows, so I can't do anything. So I need you to drop my my link for me. I can't move a mouse. Everything's just frozen. I'm surprised
That's that Windows computer freezing up on you there, buddy.
Yeah, it's Windows.
Ria, what is it
The
again?
problem is the
Yeah.
Apple computer doesn't start.
Windows is cheaper than Macs.
Yes,
So-
they
What
are.
you pay for?
Yes, they are.
Steve, you need
Well, it
to watch
depends
the
on how
Smoking
you
Ape
put 'em
RFI
together.
video.
You need a nice cheap toroid.
I was sitting there messing with it to see if I could program. I wonder if I can get the repeater, and all of a sudden everything's just frozen. So I was like, well,
Steve, you might just reboot because if you get booted from the Zoom, you may not be able to rejoin. So
I don't get what this is though, Ria.
Well, I'll be back in a minute then. That gives me time to get a refill of coffee.
So
yeah, just kill it.
back in the early days of Macintosh, before they emulated Windows and gave people the ability to right click.
But Apple invented the mouse.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Xerox.
It was Xerox. But no, there was like one mouse button on the Mac mouse, and it's like, you know, eventually Windows had two, and Windows users were poking fun at Mac users, say, well, Mac users have just one finger to tap.
Oh no, look at this.
Hey, Kyle,
this
trivia
is the
questions.
magic mouse. Hang on, I'm not done talking about the mouse. This is totally a touch surface.
Oh,
So
I know.
like I just slide and it moves the thing up and down. I can go like swipe with two fingers right and left, and I can move.
Like, I don't know if you can do that on YouTube.
Does anybody still have a
right
corded
click, I can
mouse?
left click.
That's a bar of soap.
Nah. Well, it's
There
metal
you go,
too, so
Frank.
if you cut onions, you know, you can wipe your hands on the aluminum and get rid of the onions.
Yeah, you can.
The old this is a G500. You can't even find them anymore.
So
Doesn't it still have a ball in it, Frank?
No, it's a laser.
Remember taking the ball? You had to take the ball out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
taking
I have
the
some
ball
at
out.
work.
yeah.
I had to do that the other
yeah.
day. I'm like, when was the last time I did this?
Wow.
Sheesh.
So
That's
Marty's
crazy.
saying in the chat that Grid Down guy has 3,500 views on his video now.
Oh yeah. I was just looking at that again today.
And that's because 3,200 is because of us.
Yes.
Because of New Year's Eve.
He
Yeah.
woke up
It's
the
so
next
awesome.
morning.
No, he had quite a
did, no,
few
he did.
views on that. Now we did like almost quadruple his subscriber count
Yes.
because I think he had 36 subs that night, and like the next morning he had like 136.
Deservedly so, man. That thing was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, for sure.
Grid Down. Is
But-
he a ham?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is. He commented on that New Year's Eve live stream I did. He commented and he said, "Hey man, thanks a lot. Here's my call sign. It's like KC3 something." And but yeah, I told him I was going to invite him onto a stream, and I just never. I can't remember if I didn't look him up or if I looked him up on QRZ and he doesn't have his email address listed. That seems
His email's
like it's
there.
right, but
I,
it is there.
I
Okay.
sent him the email today.
Okay.
Grid
Okay.
Down.
Okay.
Grid Down.
I'll try to get him on at some point. But yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good video on him, like what inspired him to do that video and like all the
Right.
things that I would love to see the cutting room floor of all the stuff that he didn't use.
The bloopers. Imagine the bloopers on that.
Yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
would be a great
Yeah, for sure.
Wednesday stream. I'd love to be there for that.
That would be a great Wednesday stream.
All
You're
right, so
You're right about
I've been
that.
thinking about doing this, and I'm totally going to do it because I'm an idiot, and my channel reflects that. But
What about mine?
we should have a Grid Down night.
I think we've talked
Date
about that
night.
in the Discord. I think we've talked about that, and yeah.
Or I'm just going to incorporate.
Yeah,
it.
that's it. Explain what you mean by that, Mike.
I don't know. We just got to do.
If
Maybe
Mike
we all
doesn't
just
know.
jump in front of the camera and say Grid Down.
Oh,
You
that's
got your
funny.
background mic on auto cycle. Every time I look up, you're somewhere else.
No, this is the Ron Swanson Pyramid of Greatness.
All right, I'm messing me up here.
So,
Gotta keep
if I
your
might
going.
ask, what is everyone's plans for Winter Field Day and who's participating?
Haven't
I-
decided yet.
I
I'm
plan
gonna
to go suffer in the snow somewhere. California's supposed to get, the local mountains are supposed to get like 4 to 5 water inches of moisture in the next 7 days. So that's 2 to 3 feet of snow at the higher elevations. So I'm planning to head out to a local summit, probably ski in and camp overnight and play on the radio for a while. So it should be good fun.
I got to go to California.
Except for the snow.
Yeah.
I got to go out
The
there.
snow.
Yes, for the snow and the summits
And I'll
And the summit.
I'll probably make contact with Josh at the beach while I'm
right.
no cave on a summit.
It's supposed to be cold up in Dallas. I was looking at the weather yesterday because it's in the 70s down here, but he's 3 hours north of me.
It's like
it's going to be
53.
like in the 40s and 50s and raining. Like I might as well be back in Detroit.
I think they should make
Why
a
are we
rule.
not going to Calvin?
Go back, Mike.
They should make a
water propagation.
They should make a rule for winter field day that you can't participate unless it's 40 below or 40 or below.
Well, I would agree. The only way I would agree with that is if they made a rule for field day and said you can only participate if it's 100 or
There
above.
you go.
And then Texas would win that every.
I'm
every
all right
time.
with that.
So yeah, I was on Tom W5KUB stream like a year and a half ago, and they were talking about how easy field day was. And like winter field day is great because it gives you a test of your equipment. You get to go out in the subarctic temperatures, but field day is so easy. And I'm like, let me tell you guys about Texas. Holy freaking crap, dude! I pray for winter field day. Seriously. Oh God.
No problem,
we're
right,
drinking everybody says safe. We now drink when Mike says Texas also.
Yeah,
That's
I got
a
the
new
bug, man. I'll tell you what, dude. I freaking love it here. I am so happy.
Oh my
So
gosh,
happy.
we're never going to hear the end of this now.
Texas.
Oh, he said it.
Move to Texas, Kyle.
Yeah, come on. Everyone's doing
There's
it.
not enough room.
I got some clubs out here you can be president of. It's all
Listen,
good.
if every ham moves to Texas, there's not going to be enough room for us all to spread out our dipoles. So,
oh yes, there will. You haven't been to West Texas yet. Oh yes, there will.
But for winter field day, all you northern guys need stations to work, so that's what we're doing down here.
That's true.
Ria,
go ahead, Ria. Go ahead,
almost
Ria.
13 years ago, I almost pulled the trigger and moved to Texas. But I still go to Texas and pull the trigger from now on. Because I can't really do it in New Jersey.
No,
You're welcome anytime.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Ria. I lived in New Jersey. I lived in Marlton, just outside of Philly, and I had to leave quite a few of my guns in Detroit with my brother because they're not legal at all. You lose your freedoms when you move to New Jersey.
Oh
It's
yeah,
terrible.
that's why I tell gun owners. I say, who's moving in New Jersey? I say, are you nuts? And then I said, I heard Pennsylvania and Delaware is nicest time of year.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, the illegal to pump your gas is actually kind of nice because in the winter, when the 16-year-old kids who are qualified to pump your gas do it for you, you don't have to get out of your car. It's great.
Yeah.
Is that a thing in Jersey?
Yeah.
That's a thing in Oregon.
To be honest, since I went electric, I kind of like lost that privilege now, so I have to actually get out and plug in my car.
And I got in trouble in Oregon for that. I got out to pump my car because I literally sat there for 7 minutes. I watched the time, and the teenager was just sitting there, just jaw jocking with some pretty thing in front of me. I said, "Screw it." I got out of the car, put my credit card in. I was like, "This machine is nothing unique. It's the same machines we have here in Texas."
Yep.
And I just did it all. And he came over to me like, "What are you doing? You can't do that." I was like, "Well, if you stopped talking and did your job."
Thank you, friends.
Frank's got the grumpy old ham vibe
that's
going up
another
there
intro,
in Oregon.
Frank. That's another intro. You got
Oh,
that is another intro. Yes,
I can rant about anything. Jason can contest.
Oh,
This stream just turned into 75 meters.
Also to New Jersey when you go to a
Well,
restaurant.
you know,
unless
I was going to talk.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ria.
Go.
Ladies first.
No. I was going to say, all we're missing is a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
So update,
Yes.
George from Packtenna just emailed me back. He said, "I love you, Mike Dahlhofer." We love you too, George. Make more antennas.
Oh, George is great. Send him. Send him the link to the stream, Mike.
I have plenty of antennas to use for winter field day, but guess what? Maybe we'll have a 13, and maybe the YouTubers will do an HF event. Maybe
Yes.
Should we see if we can get him on the Zoom chat?
Yes, if you you have the link. Just send him the link to the Zoom chat. Absolutely. Yeah. Let me know what his name is when he joins, because some people
his name is George.
some people like Cat join with a funky name and I don't know who they
I
are.
got locked out of my other account. Okay,
it's not my fault.
It said you did 5 login attempts with the wrong password or something. I'll put the right password in.
She joined as Peyton, and I'm like, I don't know
yeah,
who
we were
Peyton
just
is.
like,
Peyton's my kid. Peyton is my kid. He does Zoom therapy sessions.
School's
on my
over.
account, so
Oh, nice.
that's
nice.
why.
Yeah, Mike, go for
Yeah,
it though.
I'm being
So we're gonna have a prototype antenna that is not on the market yet at Winter Field Day.
What?
The oscillator?
It's freaking an oscillator. Yeah, it's an oscillator.
What
No.
bands does it cover?
Yeah, tell us more. Come on, tease
If
us.
if I told you that,
6
you'd
through
figure
20.
it out.
No, tease us.
6 through 20.
Okay. Cool.
6 bands.
I should be able to work down 20.
6 band antenna. That should,
Does it
I know.
require
That should be a
ground
thing.
radios?
No.
Okay.
But
Does not.
You can't work all 6 bands for field day, so.
No,
only got
but
some
it'll
of
cover
them.
6
Yeah.
bands. And in reality, you could probably only work one of them, which is 20 meters. But
We're going to have an extremely new satellite station out there.
I used that antenna at the NAQSO party a week and a half ago. Seriously, dead serious right now. That thing freaking rocks.
Awesome.
I made 70-ish contacts in about an hour and a half, and not one station that I called was I unable to contact.
Nice.
Now they didn't call me back the first try. Some of them I had to try 4, 5, 6 times, but I did not fail in any contacts that whole hour and a half
That's
that I
cool.
was working. And I'm like, this thing is freaking bad.
What were you using for a radio?
7300, 100 watts, 7300. So single sideband.
Did any of
Have
you
you,
guys play around in the VHF contest?
No,
they're
I
VHF.
I
posted
really
something
want to
for
do
you.
that
There
one of
was
these
one.
days, but I didn't do it.
Have you played with the Chameleon Impasse Light yet?
Not yes, the Impasse Lite I did. I've also got an Impasse 2.0. The Impasse 2.0. The Lite is the vertical one. I've got the 2.0 as well. I haven't played with the 2.0
just
yet.
like the
Should I
2.0.
quickly go out and buy that one before the pack antenna comes back in stock, and then buy the pack antenna too? No,
If you can
seriously,
hide
I've
the
had
bills.
I've had
Yeah.
that's another antenna that I've had my eye on, and I just keep.
You're a little slow.
I know. I'm so
That one's a bit
indecisive.
pricey.
George is in an interview.
Don.
George is in an interview with Steve Hicks, CTO of Flex Radio, right now, so he shan't be joining us. But that
I know-
sounds pretty
I know who
fun.
that is.
So
Yeah.
he's doing something
Yeah.
fun for the podcast. It sounds like.
That sounds fun.
Bring them both over.
Yeah. I was gonna say, get Flex
Antennas,
Radio on here.
radios. Come on,
Yeah.
guys.
Come on.
There you go.
Get Michael from Flex on here. He's a good dude.
Steve is very
So-
knowledgeable, man. I've talked to him many times, and you're just like, whoa, that's why you're the CTO or the
That's right.
chief design
Yeah.
engineer for Flex.
And I actually had a lot of interaction with them as an alpha tester, and the things you see, which I can't tell you because I'll have to kill you, but because they do a lot of defense work and stuff now, they really know their stuff. And it's like when you talk with Steve, you're like, I am so not worthy.
Right. Right. I have had Flex comes to they've come to Winterfest, our local ham fest, and he has come to SMC, Society of Midwest Contesters Summit, and I had a 30-minute conversation with him, and I was just like, wow, just the things that he has thought about and the design of the flexes and the software and the hardware, it's just like no other.
It is it's good. Yeah. I went to their banquet at Dayton of 2019, and they had Joe Taylor speaking there, and even that guy is like, you think, oh, FT8's the easy mode of ham radio, but then you listen to Joe Taylor talk, and you're like, I'm like, yeah, I only caught about a third of that. Hopefully somebody recorded it. I can replay it. So but he's a really nice guy too. Very approachable, really nice dude.
Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of smart people in ham radio, which is great. That it drives technology, drives the hobby, makes it interesting. It's very cool.
Absolutely. Totally agree with that.
Anybody use Alpha Delta's antennas yet?
I have one in my attic.
Do you have one?
It's all right.
They're like they're dipoles.
Yeah,
They have
I
dipoles,
just
right?
picked one up. The DXLB Plus. I'm going to be deploying out in my yard, so I've got a horizontal as well as the vertical, just to have an option. I just wasn't sure if anybody else has used them yet.
I had one for a long time. The DX, it's like a curtain design. It gave me 10 through 80. Had that up 3 locations. 2 of them were rentals, and finally, after 3 hurricanes, how many straight line winds, winter storms, hey, after 30 years, it didn't owe me anything. So I had lots of luck. As a matter of fact, even when I was a Technician Plus, working 10 meters with that antenna, I really had a great time with it. You just got to get it up in the air. I want to say a good 35 feet, 30 feet.
Yeah, the way I've got it set up right now, I got a 25-foot aluminum flagpole in the backyard that I got a 10-foot PVC 2-inch that I'm going to bolt to the top of it. So I'm going to do it in an inverted V. It'll probably be about 34-ish feet.
That's fine.
At the top of the V, so it should be good. But yeah, this one is mainly a 40, 80, 160. It's got the 80 and 160 coils, but then it's more or less a fan dipole design, really, because then it's got all your lower bands too. Decent coverage, it seems, but with a tuner you get full band. So
quick story, I bought mine from Universal Radio back in like 1991. And that's, and again, and to this day, they were, again, up until recently with their announcement though, but they picked up the phone. I had questions. You got a live person. And I love companies like that, like Gigaparts is like that. I love talking to people who pick up the phone, or if you leave a voicemail, guess what? Within 60 minutes, they're calling you back. To me, that's A+ customer service, and I will buy stuff from you.
I was pretty impressed with the construction of it. I mean, it's a heavy duty, solid wire. It's not even stranded wire. It's heavy duty and it's pretty stiff. I figured it'd be pretty durable given especially the weather I get up here. So
Aaron, I'll give you a tip. What I did, I bought mine in the wintertime. Okay. And everyone told me, don't leave it in your garage. Make sure it goes inside. And if you have the opportunity, stretch that wire out, because it'll make it a lot easier when you're putting it up in cold weather. But if you wait to spring or summer when it's 50 plus, that wire's a little bit more playable for you, but you'll be fine with those. Just
what antenna is this?
Alpha Delta.
Okay.
Yeah. I get the model I got was the DXLB Plus is the one that I picked up. So just figured, I don't have 160 here with my vertical, so it gives me another band too. So, and as a horizontal instead of a vertical option, I get to have two different HF antennas to choose between to see what I get a better signal on that day. So
I've actually tuned up my DX Commander on 160. So now it's not the greatest. It's around 3.1, whatever. But from a listening perspective, I've never been on 160. And I'm not sure if any of you guys here, ladies, you guys have, but 160 to me is like 17 meters. It's a gentleman's band. It is so different than 80 meters. I didn't know what to expect.
I love 160, but I'm more of a DXer and a CW operator on 160. So I don't do much SSB on the band, but I did actually do it for the 100 watts in a wire fallout, and it was pretty nice.
Ria, didn't you get some either Worked All States or DXCC on 160 recently?
I have both. I have Worked All States and I have a DXCC.
You just got You got one. You got one recently though, didn't you?
Yeah. So my last state on 160 was Wyoming, and
right.
Yeah,
yes, that's right.
I was like, I saw Dwayne on.
Yeah, Dwayne and Katie were on, and you got them.
And
right?
I was like,
yeah, that's
I got to do it. So I did, and I got my last state, and I was like, yes.
That's awesome.
I've done very little 160, but I built an end-fed half wave that's loaded. It's a full length on 80, and then it's got a loading coil after a link and maybe 20 feet more wire. So it's about 130 feet more wire. It's about 165 feet long, and it works on 80 and 160. And my first contacts on 160 were on a SOTA activation, and I got a summit to summit contact on 160.
Wow.
It was really cool.
Holy crap.
That's the antenna. You just leave one end of it at your car, hike up the mountain, and then plug it into your radio.
Pretty much.
So,
And fed,
oh,
and
wow.
fed.
And fed. Yeah, have to be.
There you go. Chuck, Chuck
Mountain
will pull
and
out his
fed.
quad and go.
That is awesome, Adam. That's really cool. Do you remember the station you contacted?
Yeah, it was Rex, KE6MT. He was on a summit up Shaver Lake area, so central California, Western Sierra.
Probably east of me.
Yeah, 300 miles away from
Did you guys
San Diego.
plan that, or was
Yeah,
that...
how did he have 160?
We made contact on 80 as well. It was so the Summits on the Air program set up SOTA Flavors event, and each month for the first weekend of the month or first week of the month, they picked kind of a special or unique thing that you would get extra points for. And on that month, it was 100. I think it might have been 80 as well, but it was I think it was 160 meters. So we're like, what the hell? Let's do it. So he was on a summit up there, Central California, and I was in SoCal on a local summit here in San Diego, and we made the summit to summit. And I think I made about 8 or 10 contacts on 160 that night. It was fun.
Wow.
Yeah, I did a couple on that AM contest.
Yeah,
I tuned up my 40-meter antenna, and I don't think it was putting out too much, but I think I got two contacts, so that was pretty cool.
Hey, if you make a contact, that's all that counts, man.
Propagation on 160 is weird. It's just it's odd.
Well, it's definitely a winter band, right? I from what the veterans have said, it's noisy in the summer. So it's a nice winter band at night, and
it's like 80.
80, yeah. But like I said, I have found from my listening over the last week or so, it's definitely much different than 80 as far as the type of conversation. Like it's more of a gentleman's band.
Oh yeah.
So actually, I made 160 contacts in the summer, and it to be honest, it's the only way I could really work like South America and such, because they have horrendous noise, man-made noise, and it's their winter time down there. So it's you can make some contacts in the summer, but it's a challenge. I mean, it's
static crashes,
static crashes like crazy.
Yeah.
What's your antenna for that, Ria?
So I have actually, if you go online and you look for K9 RS Foursquare, I actually took his design of a Foursquare using wire elements, and what I did was I made it slope in like this, so it's like bent inverted L's slope towards the tower, and that's what I use. So I have a wire Foursquare for transmit. Now you need antennas to receive, so I have Beverages in the Woods, 800 feet. I have phase toward Europe. I have phase toward Africa. I have a single reversible toward Japan.
So how much wire do you have up in antennas at your station?
Probably about 1/4 of the amount of wire that you own.
We're all just jealous, really.
Yeah.
Ria, give me a video. I want to see this property.
Oh, I'm doing that. I'm doing that when it gets
that needs
warmer.
to be on video.
I want to see this.
When it gets warmer. No, but I tell people, you know how much I have up there? A country mile.
Perfect.
There you go. That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
That is.
I've had good luck on 160. I've got a 40-meter half square, and Adam will have to tell you why it works, but it tunes up pretty well on 160. And I've talked all the way up into no DX or anything like that, but I've only messed with it a couple of times. But up into Washington, Vancouver, up past that way, and then south, and with pretty good signal reports back. So I was really surprised. I don't know why it works.
Joe, what do you got there?
You go get some speaker wire.
I got some wire. No, it's 14 gauge wires.
500 feet though.
That's 500. We got to do something with that. Y'all keep talking about all these wires.
That's a half a country mile.
500 feet of poly stealth. I got another. This is 22 gauge. I got a 1,000-foot spool of 26 gauge. So that's the quantity that I buy poly stealth in.
Yeah, I do it by 200 usually, but
yeah.
Adam, what's the status on on your antenna that your kit that you're
Yeah, I'm
building.
getting close. That's one of my priorities for this weekend is to try to finish up the instructions on that. I ran into a couple of snags. The epoxy that I was planning to include with the kits, it was some kind of like single-use 5-minute epoxy as a potting compound. It turns out that specific epoxy has a poor dielectric constant for impacting the resonance of the circuit, so it was throwing stuff off. So I'm trying to kind of finalize some solid instructions so people can get a multi-band antenna out of it, and that includes details of the loading coil about 6 feet from the feed point of the antenna and stuff like that. So
so it's gonna have a loading coil. And it's not gonna be like your random wire you sent me.
No, it's not a random wire. It's an end-fed half wave.
Okay.
So it's a
okay.
Well, all right. That said, the kit could be built as a random wire or as an end-fed half wave. It has both options. Yeah. So, but the details I'm trying to finalize are the instructions for the end-fed half wave, because I want as many people as possible to be successful with this. I don't want to just give them parts and say, here, good luck, hope for the best. So that's kind of what I'm trying to iron out is specific instructions that will make as many people as possible successful.
You've got to make them K and MRD proof. So
hold that thought. Chris is going to leave us. It's late for him. It's past 3 a.m. for him. Chris, thanks for joining us tonight, man. Really appreciate you being here. I know it's a weird time for you, so it's good to hear your accent in the chat tonight, bro.
Yeah, man, that's time for me to get up and go to work.
Yeah, thank you. So I've got to lie down.
Yeah, take care of yourself. Hope you feel better, man.
Thanks for the invite and the great show as usual. 7-3.
Yes, sir.
7-3.
73.
Thanks for joining us.
So Adam,
thanks for joining.
What if I could ask, what epoxy were you trying to use that didn't work? Because I looked at some yesterday that had metal in it.
Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to follow up with you on that. But
I just thought maybe
I found that. No, I don't offhand. It's generally translucent. It's kind of got a slight yellowish color to it, but it's a standard 5-minute epoxy, and it doesn't play well. Yeah, the stuff I was using before when I started building these things, that I just happened to have, it didn't seem to have much of an effect on the matching unit or the traps that I was building, and I'm finding that not all epoxies are created equal. And
I picked this stuff up yesterday for that reason, and I'm looking at it, I'm going, this says it has metal in it. I don't think that's going to be good,
No.
So I bought a different one.
Yeah,
But,
I honestly, at this point, I think silicone is probably a better solution. It's probably going to give you more consistent results. So that's something I'm experimenting with now.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you tried just hot glue? That's what Callum uses on his SO230. No, I'm serious. On the SO230.
The problem with hot glue is it's really freaking hot in Southern California, and if I leave that antenna in my car on a 115-degree day, it's 150 degrees in my car, and that stuff's just gonna melt.
So probably not too good in Texas either.
Probably
Oh my
not.
God.
Got a drink.
Yeah. You will be assimilated, Kyle.
No.
Resistance is futile.
I don't. You know what? We got to get some more people on YouTube in Missouri. Sterling, myself, Christian. Who else we got?
Dude, I'll tell you what. I was in St. Louis a couple years ago. Not impressed.
Here we go.
So I had. This was like the last day of the meeting, and
here we go.
I'm like loading things into my car because I drove. And a couple other guys came out and like, hey, we're going to the Arch. You want to come? I'm like, hell yeah, dude, let's go. And I had already had a couple cocktails, so I'm looking and feeling my best. And I had I had locked my gun in the safe, but I still had the magazine in my pocket, and they wouldn't let me go into the Arch with ammunition, so I had to hang back. So I just kind of wandered around downtown St. Louis and found a bar and had a couple beers.
Well, it's a national park. I can understand why they didn't let you in the yards with.
What am I going to
ammunition.
do with a magazine? Am I going to throw the bullets at someone? Like,
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. In Texas, they won't let you into a national park without a firearm, so it's a little bit different down there.
Yeah, that was weird. So no, it was a neat city, though.
Doesn't Texas issue you a gun as soon as you move there?
Yeah. As soon as you move here, you're like,
I had to stop at the border. I had to stop at the border, and they gave me a shotgun.
I wish that were true.
You know,
I really do. I really wish that were true.
Here in California, they take them all.
When I came out of Dallas Fort Worth Airport, I saw like a big vending machine. You just put your credit card in, and you just press Glock or Springfield or Kid.
That'd be awesome.
I wish that were true. Also, okay, so I got to tell my gun story. Okay, my wife
my God, that's a
tired of me
story
telling
again.
the story.
Here we go.
Yeah. Okay. This is a
California guys are
California.
like, oh boy, here we go.
California
Yeah,
story.
We're
You guys
coming
heard
down
this?
to
What I
Napa.
said?
We're going down the
Yes.
PCH. And
Hey, there's
yeah.
two things. Number one, there's new people who haven't been here before, and number two, it's my channel, so shut the hell up. So my wife and I went to. She's a runner. She runs marathons and mostly half marathons. But 4, 5, 6 years ago, we went to Napa Valley.
She's the athlete,
and
Alabama?
Yes, she is.
making
Yeah,
sure.
I drink beer. I lift long necks. She runs marathons. So I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, we went to Napa Valley. She ran a half marathon. That was like her second or third time to do that exact marathon. You run through the wine country and around the vineyards and whatnot. It's really pretty up there. So we go to Napa Valley. She runs a half marathon. She goes to bed that night. And we get up the next morning. We rent a car, and our vacation that time is to drive from Napa Valley all the way to Seattle up the Pacific Coast Highway. Really great trip, beautiful area up there. The whole thing was great. So we leave out of Napa Valley, and the first night I think we stayed in a place called Ferndale, California, if I have that right.
That sounds right.
And then that's in Northern California. And then the next night we stayed in Yachats, Oregon, and then the next night we were outside of Seattle somewhere. So we're driving it, but it took about a day and a half to get through California. California is the most longest state. So we're driving up through California, and we come in, and it's very pretty up the Pacific Coast Highway, and we're going through all these woods, and we come into a small town, and we come into this small town, we see the stoplight, Burger King, whatever, and I look over, I'm like, there's a gun store there. And then we leave, and then we keep driving up the highway, wooded areas. We come to the next town. There's a gun store there. And by the third town that happened, I looked at my wife, and I said, look, if I see another gun store, I'm going to stop. I'm going to walk in the door, and I'm going to say, do you guys know you're in California? I mean, seriously, right now. I mean, you're in California, and you're like the fourth gun store I've seen on this trip. What is going on?
Turns out they're airsoft gun stores.
Well, see, and I don't know, because I didn't actually. She wouldn't let me. She wouldn't let me stop and do that.
Emily
She's
would
like, "You're
just
not going to do
keep on
that."
driving. Yes, you can stop
Yeah.
here.
So what was it?
She's like, "You're not doing that." I'm like,
Paintballs or something?
Yeah. Apparently, Northern California is way different than Southern California, and I'll just leave it there. But Northern California, beautiful part of the state. Oregon was a beautiful part of the state. Yachats, Oregon, is the westernmost point of the entire continental United States. It was way out there on the point, had a lot of wind. It was really, really cold, but the scenic view was beautiful. And then we got to a Marriott hotel outside of Seattle, because she has a lot of Marriott points for her job. And we went to a beer fest that was there in outside of Seattle. I'm like, okay, I'm good. So got to try about 30 different beers. So it was all fun time. So, but I love telling that story, because I'm like, I honestly, dead serious, I'm not trying to make a joke here. Seeing a gun store in California blew my mind. I was like, where am I? What happened?
Jason. It's like weird. You guys think there's no gun stores here. They're everywhere.
But we have a company out here called Turner's, and they've been opening up gun stores left and right lately. I mean, I'm lucky. I live in Orange County, as far as being lucky, living in the communist state of California. And our sheriff is very, very pro Second Amendment. He has it's almost like a 90-day issuance of CCWs. He's gotten really good, really fast. It used to be, if you want a CCW in Orange County, you had to make an appointment for 6 months to a year down the road.
Check out the Glock store in San Diego. It's like probably the big Glock store anywhere in the U.S.
Yeah, Lenny McGill's place.
Yeah.
I know a lot of law enforcement officers in this area, and 99.9% of them are in favor of LTC, concealed carry, Second Amendment, everything like that. So it's
a lot here are too.
Now I don't know if it's like that everywhere, but I've met law enforcement officers from other states, and all this crap you see on TV about how police officers like, no, citizens shouldn't carry gun. That's Hollywood, is all that is.
So I'm curious. Here in California, and they were for it too.
It's certainly a bit more of a struggle to buy a gun in California, but can you go into your local Costco and have a selection of like 20 or 30 different whiskeys in your Costco and grocery store?
Come on, that's a low blow.
The alcohol laws in Texas are mad whacked. The alcohol laws in Texas suck. That's like the only bad. Besides the heat in July, that's the only bad thing about Texas. The alcohol laws out here are stupid.
You know, in Utah, you have to go to like a state-run place to buy any hard alcohol.
You can't even buy it on Sunday.
That's what it's like in
PA. We have state stores.
Pennsylvania have state stores too. Yeah.
I was down in Arkansas, and you have to buy a club. You have to be a member of a club to buy alcohol down there. So I was for work going down there, and we went into Longhorn Steakhouse, and they're like, "Where's your club card?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I had to have a club card to eat at Longhorn Steakhouse." And they're like, "No, you got to have a club card to drink beer." And I'm like, "Well, how much is a club card?" And they're like, "Oh, it's $1." I'm like, "Well, sign me up."
They had that when I lived in Texas too.
Wow.
They used to do that in Texas. They don't do that anymore. They used to call it a Unity card. I think it was called a Unity card.
Just Unicard. It's just Unicard.
A Unicard. That's that. Yeah. And it was just it doesn't even cost anything. You just had to sign your name to something, and then they would let you buy alcohol in the restaurant. But they canceled that like 20 years ago. It hadn't been a thing for a long time.
Some counties still have that. Denton, Denton County used to have that when I was in college.
So that week, I joined a lot of clubs.
Yeah.
Give me two.
The last time I went to Kentucky and I drove back, if I would have gotten in a car accident, you would have been able to see the fireball from Mars.
Yes. Kentucky whiskey, baby. That's the only way to fly. Yeah, you know it. Oh, that's great. That is great. Nice. All right, so we've been going an hour and 22 minutes. This has been a fun stream, guys. I really thank everybody for joining, including Chris, who dropped off already. We've had between like 180 and 200 people watching us.
I saw over 200 at one point.
Good, yeah, and really appreciate you guys coming out for this. I started this in November, so this is our third one. We did November, December, and this month, and I want to keep going because this is really fun. Just talking about ham radio. We talk about other stuff besides ham radio, obviously, but
guns and whiskey.
Ham radio. Guns and whiskey. Ham radio, guns and whiskey.
Those are really good
cigars.
And Macs versus Windows. So.
And one-fingered Mac people and 160-meter antennas that you run from your car to the top of the soda mountain and stuff like that. So
yeah, don't forget that should be a convenience store. Alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and ham radio.
Yeah. There you go.
100%. Yeah, that's right. ATF should be a convenience store.
One-stop shop.
That's right. It's all good. But yeah, we're I'm really grateful to all you guys for being here. I know this was brought up earlier, but who is actually doing Winterfield Day? Who's planning on doing it?
I might do a little bit.
Maybe.
I'll be outside.
I'll be in the Eskimo ice hut.
It's going to be. We've got a really cool video plan for that weekend. I'll just leave it at that. You guys keep watching the channel and you'll see the video.
Thinking about doing 2 meter and 6, maybe.
I would love to do that.
What kind of antennas are you guys gonna, or are we going to have up there?
Are you coming, Mike? Is that a definite?
Mike's going to be there.
I'm coming.
Because you were wishy-washy at first.
No, I got
Mike's
off. It's all good.
Mike's going to be there.
You're there? All right.
Yep. I want your brisket. I'm going to be hanging out with you at the barbecue.
Bob's brisket.
Smart man.
Bob's brisket.
So Bob from
Frank?
R Finder.
Frank?
brisket's too long. I will help Pitmaster. 6 hours is my cutoff.
Oh.
So Bob from R Finder is coming down from New York.
Oh, wow.
He's going to be hanging out with us. Jason from DX Mini, he will be with us. He was with us at Field
What
Day.
is DX Mini?
He just lives. DX Mini's a hotspot.
Oh, okay.
DMR D-Star hotspot. Noel in the chat tonight. Noel Lee in the chat tonight. He'll be there. He is the trustee of the KN5TR call sign, which is the club call sign we'll be working under. And then Frank and myself and Mike will be there, and we might have one or two other folks join us as well. Jake will be there.
Oh, Jake. Yeah, I know Jake. Yeah,
so,
Jake.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm.
That's a party,
so
that's a party.
we'll so it's going to be a fun time.
Is he going to be wearing Kaneki pants?
I hope not, but it's but Winterfield Day is going to be fun. We've done it out there the last 2 years. This will be our third year in a row, and I've liked it.
I
every
call
time.
my bunk.
It's really cool. Mike, hit me up because I hit you up the other day and asked you about antennas, and I thought you told me you had all your stuff packed away. And then you said something about bringing your DX Commander.
Yeah,
so,
you gotta. So when you move, there's certain priorities. So one, I had to bring all my guns and ammo.
Of
I
course.
had to bring my cat, obviously, and I had to bring a radio, which turned into 2 radios. So I brought my G90 and I brought my recent RS918. And then I was like, well, I'm just gonna pack my Packtenna NFED half-wave. And then I was like, well, maybe I really should bring the DX Commander Expedition. So I brought that, and I brought the Wolf River Coils Silver Bullet 1000 that is now broken. Thank you, Tony. So yeah, I'll bring the DX Commander Expedition.
So bring the DX Commander. Definitely bring that. We're gonna have the new unspoken antenna. I've got a couple of I've got a 9-to-1 random wire. I've got an NFED half wave. I've got a vertical. And Noel in the chat, who I just said was the trustee of the call sign, he likes to make antennas out of weird stuff. He mentioned earlier, and it got bypassed because we were talking about stuff. He took a deodorant bottle and he mounted an SO239 to the bottom of it and one of those wire connectors to each side of it, and he built a dipole out of a deodorant bottle.
Excellent. Right guard.
Because what? Yeah. Because I mean, why not? So
the old Spice NFED halfway.
And it was freaking cool too, because we made some contacts on it. He built his own the MFJ Octopus. He built his own homebrew version of that. He built his own homebrew version of a mag loop.
Mm-hmm.
So he likes to build stuff.
We
like
just
that.
couldn't get near the mag loop. He said, "Don't go near 10 feet of it."
Don't go near it. Yeah.
Is it going to be all 7300s, or do we get different radios to play with?
No good radios.
I think.
Sorry.
I think.
I mean, you would do it to me, so you know.
Yeah.
Grid down.
Yeah.
Grid down.
Yeah. Grid down. I think Noel has a 7200. I have my 7300. I probably have a couple of my QRP rigs out there, but I'm not really planning on using those. Jason from DX Mini, I think he had an FTDX 101D that he brought to Field Day, which was a nice radio. But I think he sold that and got a Flex radio, so he might bring out his Flex radio. I'm not sure what he's going to bring yet.
Are you going to bring your Flex? You had it out there a couple years ago.
I'm not bringing my Flex this time. No, I brought my Flex at Field Day because we could do FT8 at Field Day. And FT8 on a Flex radio is easy. But you can't use FT8 on Winter Field Day.
Yeah, forbidden.
So I'm not going to bring
forbidden in the laws.
So Jason, you're really missing out here because you're a guy that's going to be at your place that's probably at least one DX Commander together. So you maybe should just bring yours out to the deer farm there, buddy.
I'm way ahead of you, dude. I'm gonna bring mine out. I'm gonna hand it to Mike and say, "Why don't you build this for me?" And I'll be over here making content.
Not gonna happen.
Oh, that's a video. That's a
gonna
video.
happen.
Yeah.
The answer is no.
No, I'm kidding. The answer is no.
That's a Texas size no.
Well, maybe
Texas.
he really had somebody build his. We don't really know for sure then, right? You know.
No, I'm actually wanting to, because after Winter Field Day, my wife and I are going to go to Galveston and spend a month at our vacation rental house down there, because February is a dead month. It rarely gets rented during that month. And right now we don't have anybody planned for it. So I'm actually going to take my DX Commander down there and try to build it while I'm down there. I've got some time to myself while I'm down there and kind of try to do that. So we'll see what happens.
Well, maybe I'll sneak down there and give you a hand.
I want you to come down, Mike, for a weekend, and I'm going to try to get Frank to come down the same weekend. And we're going to go, there's like, the Galveston Island State Park is literally about 7 minutes from my property down there.
Fantastic.
There's 2 or 3 other state parks. One is about 30 minutes south, and 2 of them are about 30 to 45 minutes north. So, like, realistically, in a day, we could hit 3 or 4 state parks easily if
How
we
do you
wanted
go
to.
30 minutes south in Galveston? Isn't that just a little skinny island?
Southwest.
You go over the causeway. You go over the causeway into Freeport and Brazoria down there. Yeah, look up Brazoria Wildlife Management. It's not really a park; it's a wildlife management, but it counts for POTA. And then Candy Cane Abshire up there on the north side of Bolivar. They added that one a year and a half ago, and I was the first one to ever activate that. So, and it's a parking lot in the middle of the woods. It's kind of ugly, and I'm like, no wonder nobody comes out here. But I activated it, so we're all good there. But Galveston Island State Park, man, we can go out there and set up. It's really pretty out there. We can go out there and set up, and we can just sit there all day and just make contacts all day long. So
that's the goal.
It'll be a fun trip. So yeah, I'll get you to come down next month as well if you want. If you can have a weekend down there, and we'll see what happens with that. But I want to try to get my DX Commander built when I'm down there. So, okay, 9:30. I was thinking 90 minutes we would go, and we're at that point. So, I tell you what, let's do it this way. I'm going to call out each person individually on my screen in the order of people on my screen, and you guys give us some parting thoughts. If you want to share your channel, that's fine. If you want to tell us what you're doing for ham radio, what your next video is, if you want to tell us about Winter Field Day, whatever you want to talk about is cool. And I'm just going to go in the order of everything on my screen. So, Joe, you are first. Thanks for joining us tonight, Joe. And let us know what your parting words are.
All right. Well, just appreciate you bringing us onto the stream. Appreciate all the folks in chat. And you want a little place to hang out, come by the YouTube channel. That's about what we do right now, is hang out, do some live streams. We'll be working on content in the future. So just stop by every now and then.
Cool, man. Thanks for being here tonight. Mike, you're next.
Hi, my name's Mike, and I'm a ham radio operator.
And I buy radios that I don't need.
No,
wrong meeting, Mike.
We need all the radios. I really care more about antennas than I do radios, but don't have much because I don't have a ham shack in the hotel. But I did do a POTA activation on Sunday, and it was at a San Jacinto battleground, something or other. It was the place, like it was the memorial for where Texas seceded from Mexico. Didn't know that was a thing, so that was really cool.
It was a San Jacinto is the place where Santa Anna Jacinto.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jacinto. San Jacinto is the place where Santa Anna was defeated for the final time, and Texas won their independence from Mexico.
That's what I said.
Yeah, Jason, you might want to work on.
There's
Mike
a really
with the Jays.
cool. There's a really cool battleship there that I got some footage of. That thing from like World War II. That thing was awesome. And then there's a really big monument where I actually did the activation. So it's been loaded up in my editing software for a week, and I have not touched it. So I need to edit that. But go to K8MRD radio stuff, and you can see all kinds of parks on the air. I do a lot of portable stuff with a heavy influence in antennas and portable stuff. So, and I just bought. So a lot of people have been asking me because I use this Chinese carbon fiber 10-meter mast. that you can't really get anymore in the U.S. You can get it from like AliExpress.
The MFJ one?
No, this is the Go-To Sparkle 10-meter carbon fiber mast. And
Very nice.
I got it off of Amazon a couple years ago, and you can't get it anymore. So I just today I bought a 7-meter carbon fiber mast off of Amazon for like $32. That'll be here in about a week. And I also bought from DX Engineering the Soda Beams Carbon 6, which is a 6-meter carbon fiber mask. So I'm going to do a comparison and see if, because I want those carbon fiber masks are awesome. So I'm going to do a little carbon fiber mask shootout, so guys can get a, there's like no reviews on any of this stuff on the interweb. So hopefully we can get some more guys having some lightweight masks to take out portable. And I'm kind of the guy to do that. So I'm really excited for that. I love.
Yeah.
It's an antenna accessory. So.
Yeah. Hey Mike, have you looked at the Gigaparts carbon fiber mask at all?
And I closed the browser after I saw the price. Yeah, but that thing is huge. That's not for. Exactly. That's not for me. That's too big. It's like $800. Screw that. No, I don't want anything to do with
I have
that.
one, Mike. You can toy with it and do a video on it.
I'm sure it's great, if you want to. But
it is great.
It's awesome. That's almost the cost of a 7300. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Yeah. So no, but I don't I want everything in a backpack. I'm trying to get everything lightweight and compact, and that's the exact opposite of that. Jason K TSG has one of those. He uses that.
It's very lightweight. It's just not that compact.
Yeah, it's very lightweight.
It's kind of tall. It's very lightweight.
I played around with one.
Yeah,
very lightweight.
I've seen you with those cat, and they look great. I'm sure they're great quality, but no, I can't justify that price. Come on, that's insane.
All right, so we're gonna cut Mike off because he talks almost as much as I do. So if you guys haven't seen Mike's video about his X5105 Zygu or G90 Zygu, he does a deep dive into both of those. He built a really cool Go kit. Go out there and watch that on his channel. He's got some really great videos. So thanks for being here, Mike. Tom, N3WS, National 3 Weather Station. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, definitely.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah. Well, I'll be doing Winterfield Day this coming weekend. I'm also on the agenda to do an interview with Handom Thoughts. Dennis.
Nice. Dennis is great.
Excellent. Yeah. So I'll be there. So watch out for that podcast. And more videos coming.
Cool, man. Thanks for being here tonight. Yeah.
Thank you.
Dennis is a great dude. Runs a really good podcast. Anybody who doesn't listen to that, go into your podcast app and search for Handom Thoughts and listen to my episode first and then listen to everybody else. So, I'm joking when I say stuff like that, guys. It's just a joke. Actually, the episode with K6UDA Bob is really good. He did a great job with Bob. So good deal. All right, Aaron, you're next. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. What do you got?
Well, thanks a lot for having me again. It's always a good time. It's been nice chatting with everybody again. Not much going on here. Probably try another live show this Sunday. Going through some more of the question pool on the extra class that I've got. Since that's what I'm prepping for. So we shoot to probably do about 10 to 15 questions, depending on how long it's taken going through them. So that's what's upcoming right now. So. Other than that, just thanks for having me.
You bet. Thanks for being here. All right, Chuck, you got it.
I'm Chuck, Ham Radio Ventures, KK6USY. I think I'm going to try and go out and do field day, I think, too. But I think I'm going to stick to just two, probably 2 meter and 6 meter. Do some sideband on both, and then some FM probably on, is FM allowed? I think it is.
Yeah, I think so.
520 or something.
As long as it's
for
simplex.
2 meter, yeah, simplex.
Yeah.
I got a video coming out this week on a J pole, and that's about it. And I'm going to throw that link to the that place in the UK. I got it for Chris. People that live in the UK, it might be a cheaper version for you for like a Wolf River coil type deal. I don't know what it would be to get it here, but. It's pretty cool. I've never used it. I don't know anything about it. I just happened to see a video on it one day. So drop by. I do mostly antenna build. That's why I don't usually do too many reviews on antennas. Kind of like Adam. I enjoy making them more than making contacts on them. That kind of stuff, and some POTAs and SOTAs and stuff. Nothing like those guys, but that's about it.
Sounds great. Thanks for being here. Yeah, you guys go check out Chuck. Yeah, you bet. You guys go check out Chuck's video of his ham shack. And go watch the video about his tower that he's got set up, and you will
Take it by hand.
be jealous. You will be jealous and want to go over there and steal it from him, because that's what I want to do. So, thanks for being here, Chuck. Appreciate that. Ria, you're next. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. What do you got?
Jason, thank you, and thank everybody for having me here. Well, Winter Field Day. I might operate a little bit from home. I can't dedicate the whole weekend. Jury's out on whether I'll do inside or outside, but probably if the weather is nice, I'll probably go outside, which defeats the purpose of Winter Field Day. Be sure to check out my channel. I do a lot of questions and answers and in-depth deep dive on topics and talk about other things, ham radio, and I talk about ham radio, how it intersects with my other hobbies like drones and stuff like that too. So, and one more thing about drones, Flex Radio is powering the new Predator drone to do beyond visual line of sight. Cool stuff.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now I got to Google that and go buy it.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Cool. What's it called? Predator? Predator.
So General Atomics, they have some sort of model number, but it's commonly known as a Predator drone. What they usually do is they usually use satellites to control the drone, right? And this is not a drone like your Mavic or a Phantom or whatever. Yeah. This is a big military,
you're not buying one of those.
Drone, right?
Yeah, you're not buying it, Jason.
California doesn't sell it. Right?
If you,
I wanna like strap myself to it and become Superman.
Yeah. So
redeemed.
What they do now is they have HF to control the drone over long distances rather than satellites, and this is good. So you don't need satellites, and they're using a Flex Radio 6600 apparently. This was in their press release. General Atomics is the name of the company that makes the drones.
And my guess is they use
Southern Cal.
They've got a huge facility. One of their main facilities is like 10 miles from my house here.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And it's the MQ1 Predator is the number on it.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool.
Probably flies out of Lancaster. Just saying.
Anyway,
well, thanks for being here.
I'm not sure.
Thanks for being here, Ria. Appreciate you joining us tonight, and hope you'll come back next month when we do this again.
And I'll have more jokes.
Cool. All right, good. All right, Kyle, you're up next.
AA0Z. Follow me on YouTube. Got a channel. Do a lot of contesting. Do a lot of portable work, and then tomorrow, let me get to my page here. My club. St. Louis and Suburban Radio Club is our annual Ham Fest is the 4th Friday of January. Of course, it has been postponed, but we're going to host all-day forums tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m. And if you go to winterfest.slsrc.org, we've got Carl Lutzenswab, K9LA. He's going to talk about Solar Cycle 25, and then Matt here from YouTube. He's going to talk about Parks on the Air. Michael Walker from Flex Radio is going to be doing some digital stuff from Flex. Sean Kutzko is going to talk about satellites, KX9X, and then we've got Kevin. I'm going to butcher his last name, from Bioenno Batteries, Zanzani. He's the Bioenno guy, so he's going to talk about Bioenno. And George from Ham Radio Workbench, he's going to be on to talk about Packtenna and HF portable antennas. And then we're going to wrap up the day with Neil Rapp and Sterling Mann to talk about Youth on the Air. So if you want to get in on some of those forums, we've got raffles, we've got giveaways that we're going to do throughout the day. Winterfest.slsrc.org. We're going to start at 9 a.m. Central. I'm going to go to 4 p.m. Central, streaming all day. So, yeah.
Cool. Nice.
And I'm gonna do Winter Field Day. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but that's my spiel. So, thanks, guys.
Share that link in the chat,
Yep,
Kyle,
will do.
so that people can click on it. So, thanks for being here tonight, bud.
Thank you. And Sterling are going to be on the same screen at the same time, or how's that going to work?
Nope.
Okay. I was asking for CO.
There's only one Ham in St. Louis, and he is Kyle and Sterling. So,
nope, we don't share the same screen.
Yeah. So, all right, dude. Thanks
Thank
for being
you.
here. Appreciate it. Craig, you're next. W6JF, or I'm sorry, WJ6F. I read that wrong. Let us know what you got.
At channel Whiskey Juliet 6 Fox. One of the upcoming videos, I'm going to kind of go somewhat backwards with the radios. Kind of a cheap thing for something you just want to throw in your car, and it's going to be joining the Baofeng Army. So I got a little quickie Baofeng video coming up. And for Winter Field Day, I'm going to try and drag my eldest daughter out there. She's hopefully she's my reason for moving to Texas if she gets accepted to Rice University. And
ooh, that's going to be money.
She wants no student loans. And she can go to college for free in California, but if she wants to go out of state, she's got to pay. Or her dad, her bio dad. But I want to drag her out there. She's an extra class. She got her she started getting her licenses when she was going through leukemia way back when. And she's I think about age 12 is when she got extra. So if you hear Kilo 6 Alpha Mike Lima, that's her. She'll be out there. And for Steve, that's my Del Taco connection. So if you're ever in California, let me know. So that's about it for the channel.
Man, I want to do a get together with all once this travel and lockdown restriction crap is lifted. I want to do a get together for all of us. We're going to go down to Galveston, and we're going to raise hell on the beach and just show Galveston what kind of rowdiness ham radio operators are capable of. So just ready to get the
Notoriously
heck out
rowdy
of the
bunch.
house, man. Notoriously rowdy bunch. Yeah, you got it. So thanks for being here, Craig. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you
Hope
hosting.
to hear you at Winter Field Day. Yeah. Kat, you're next on my screen. What do you got?
It's Kat, DixieDX here. You can subscribe to my channel. I'm going to start doing videos again soon, and I'm going to be doing that review on the Geocron for Atlas 4K. So that's my next video that's going to pop up.
That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that because I've been looking at that myself, and looks like a really cool piece of equipment.
It was fun to play with. I liked it.
Good. Thanks for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Roger, you're next. What's up?
Hey, Roger, KI5HTU with Radioklahoma. So I want to say thanks for having me on. It's been fun. I'm a huge fan of a lot of the channels that are here. So my goal is definitely to be ready for Winter Field Day. So I have a Zygo G90, and I also have a Radio Waves DX40. So it's just a off-center fed dipole. I'm planning on stringing it up in a tree somewhere. Have a generator I'm taking with me. So the only thing that's really in my way at this point is getting my general. So I'm working on getting that taken care of now. So other than that, as far as like channel content, I'm into like 3D printing and like homebrew antennas and things like that. So I'll be releasing some content on that. So look forward to that. But yeah, that's it for me.
Cool, man. Thanks for being here.
So
always great to see new channels out there on YouTube talking about ham
who
radio.
are you starstruck over?
Not you, Frank.
It was pretty cool seeing being in the same stream with Ria and Jason and Adam. Definitely been watching y'all's channels for a while. So
nice.
Thanks, man. Thanks for being here. Yeah, like I said, always good to see new channels on YouTube, new perspective, new stuff. Ham radio. People think that ham radio is a narrow niche, and it is. But once you get into the world of ham radio, you realize how many different things there are inside of the hobby, inside of MCOM, inside of ham radio in general. And I love to see channels about everything inside of it because there's stuff out there that I'm like Adam's channel is like, hey, I'd love to do some soda, but I don't feel like driving 8 hours to do one every time I want to do a video. So it's great to see all that different aspect out there. So thanks for being here tonight, Roger.
Roger, there's some cool stuff you can print for the G90 too. So
oh yeah,
cool videos with that.
There's been filament slowly taking over my shack. So yeah.
Excellent.
All right, Adam, you're next. Thanks for being here, man. What do you got tonight?
So I got a few things. Number one, we're all just normal geeks like the rest of you guys. So feel free to contact us, send us emails, comment on our videos, and we'll get back to you as best we can. We try to keep up on that stuff, and we love getting the feedback from you guys. So thank you all for joining in and just giving us that reward that we get from producing the fun content that we produce. Second thing, Jason, thanks for hosting us tonight. It's been a lot of fun. And then the third thing, rather than promoting my own channel, I want to promote somebody else's channel, Radio Runner ZL4RA. Chris is a New Zealander that has a really cool channel that I really enjoy. He does a bunch of soda stuff, trail running and hiking to summits. And it's just, his videos are always just a heck of a lot of fun. He's going to be joining us on Monday Night Ham Radio. I just put a link to his channel in the chat, so check it out. Subscribe to his channel if you like my channel. You'll certainly like his as well. So thanks for joining us. That's pretty much it from me.
More people to be jealous of who actually have mountain ranges in their area that they can put. I just pulled up his channel.
Right?
It's a beautiful scene he's got.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
He runs he's very comical, and
yeah. Oh
he
yeah.
is very down to earth.
I don't think I'm familiar with that
and
one.
He'll just keep like everything in his videos, and even his like side commentary and the things that are, and his inner a voice in his head comes out of his mouth, and he'll keep that in the video, and it's great.
He's a good dude. He's
great.
hilarious. Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing him on Monday Night Ham Radio.
Indeed.
So let me thank you for bringing that up, by the way. Any of you who are on the stream tonight, and any of you who are watching the stream tonight, if you have a video you want to release and add to our lineup at Monday night or Thursday Night Ham Radio, you are welcome to do so. You don't have to have any special something, anything like that. If you've got a video about something in ham radio, we usually try to keep it between like 15 to 30 minutes, something like that, just because there's so many, especially on Mondays, there's so many of them that we release in a lineup. But, you know, it's cool if you got a 30, 45-minute video about something, that's fine also. If you got a really short 5 or 7-minute video, that's fine too. Anybody who wants to release a video and put it in the lineup with one of our videos, hit one of us up in Discord. You can join my Discord. Frank just shared the link to my Discord chat. You can put it there and hit me up, send me a direct message, send me an email, kc5hwb@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to add you to the lineup, because Monday Night Ham Radio and Thursday Night Ham Radio is really all about ham radio content on YouTube, and it doesn't really go any farther than that. It's just an effort that we do, and it's been a really good time, and we have an awesome audience that follows all the videos from one episode to the next across all the channels, and some really good folks out there that support us on doing that. So thank you to all the watchers who do that as well. So thanks for being here tonight, Adam. Appreciate your insight.
So
it's always good to hear. Go ahead.
I just want to say that I was watching Chris's channel, Radio Runner, and he went from 108 to 122 subscribers, and there's a lot more people watching this stream right now. So go check out his channel. The link is up the chat there. Go check it out and subscribe to his channel. It's good stuff.
Good deal. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I just added it to my list myself. Yep. So, all right, Steve, K5HTA, good evening. Thanks for being here, man. I guess you had some internet connection issues or whatever earlier, but you're back in there now.
I had a little technical snafu in the middle, but I'm Steve,
That's
K5HTA. Cool. I am 18 people away from hitting 5,000, so I'm going to drop that link.
Oh,
and
definitely
say
do
please.
That.
We're going to do, I just unboxed this, came in the mail today, the Icom V86. And I was actually able to program a repeater without looking at a manual. So, just saying.
That's an
accomplishment. So I'm going to review that this weekend. I'm stuck going to some in-laws, and but then I'm also going to try to sneak. And DX Engineering and ICOM is putting on that propagation summit, and I've been digging into the solar stuff lately for other things, and so I'm interested in that. And they're giving away like a 705, if I remember right, as a grand prize. So I don't have a link to it or anything. Google DX Engineering Propagation Summit or whatever, and I'm sure it'll come up. But that's what I plan on spending some of my time, and then try to slide over to Kyle's Winterfest to at least get into the Yoda stuff there with Sterling and Neil.
Yeah, I'm not promoting the Solar Summit because it's not the same time as Winterfest. But if you go over to contestuniversity.com, the link is over there.
So thank you. So yeah, I didn't have the link handy. I just kind of I remembered my wife booked me to be somewhere, and there are 2 other things online I really would rather do.
Yep. Contestuniversity.com.
So appreciate that.
So you guys go subscribe to Good Gain Ham Radio. He just put the link in the chat. He does a live stream pretty much every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 1 a.m. UTC on Thursday morning, and it's an hour before Ham Nation. So you guys can go check that out. Sometimes he has guests on there, and he kind of does a free for all, kind of like what we're doing tonight. Although it's not as fun because I'm not there. But that's all right. That's all right. It's still a really good show. I'm teasing you, Steve. It's still a really good show, 7 p.m. on Wednesday nights. And you guys go sub to him, get him over that 5,000 mark. That'd be really cool to see happen. So thanks for being here tonight. Really appreciate your time, Steve.
I think Mike's got the record for the most background switches tonight.
Probably so. He's in a hotel, so he can do
I like
that.
the
right?
one he's got there. I don't know where he got that from, but pretty cool.
I was going to send him out to the vending machine for me. I was like, give me the ice machine.
Right.
So
if anybody wants the hotel background, there it is.
That's a traditional hotel. Look at that.
Snap that shot.
The biggest problem with that IC V86 is that Chirp doesn't work right with it. If only Chirp worked properly with the dang thing, it would be awesome.
Yeah, like I said, I literally opened it while we were in this stream, and
yeah. Other than that, it's a great little rig.
All right, that brings us to Izzo. Good evening, Don. Thanks for joining us tonight, and let us know what you got coming up.
Thank you for everybody. Jason, as always, I got to tell you, I shut down the rig. I was down here in the shack working late, and I accidentally hit the VFO, and I'm a general. And next thing I know, I'm on 7.162 on the front of the 7300, and some ZLs were coming in. And the longer I listened, the louder they were getting. So I said, and I bought the book. I bought the upgrade after June because of the testing questions changeover. But I picked up an app. If anybody is, I just started it, and it really impressed me. And every single day, if not twice a day, I'm pulling this app up instead of the book. I'm gonna try an app versus a web page and flashcards. Hey, listen, there's a lot of ways of getting it. Guess what? Find your method, find your niche, and do it right. It's called HRE, Hotel Romeo Echo Exam. And I think you could choose between general, and obviously I picked the extra one. It was free, and I really like the format. I really like what they can do with you, and it's given me some inspiration now to get my extra, because I want that extra space now. After what I heard the other night, it really a real quick comment regarding push-up masks. I've been playing with push-up masks now for about 9 months. I love the inexpensive ones, but I will tell you, and maybe I'm just, consider me like, even though I don't have a flex radio, I think when you go carbon fiber, and I bought the one from Gigaparts because I watched the Memorial Day YouTube, online festivities that these great guys had. And I went to Gigaparts, I bought it. Yes, you paid a little bit more, but the quality was there. So to me, I think of it like, if you want to really invest into an HF radio, you buy, from what I understand, you buy a Flex, you buy a 10 Tech, you buy the Elecraft, you go upper scale. I have broken many other masts, and I start thinking, maybe for the time, but again, different strokes for different folks. I'll just say it. We'll just leave it at that.
It's the best way to say it.
Winter Field Day, I'll be playing Saturday only. I will be in the Eskimo Ice Hut. I will be doing some filming of it. Unfortunately, I can't go live because I don't have enough subs. So tell you what, go to Smoke Signals RF, start subbing me, so I could have that opportunity, so I could start doing some live broadcasts. But I'll do some taping. I'll have my cigars. I'll have some beef jerky. I have a local guy who makes a local teriyaki beef jerky I like. I might be doing pizza. My wife may be doing chicken. Who knows? But I'll be out there Saturday night, probably maybe anywhere from maybe 9 to maybe midnight, depending on band conditions. I'll have the Mr. Buddy heater going. Again, I'll be taping all this stuff and everything and having fun, being safe. I worked real quickly. I worked Alaska today. My first time that I worked Alaska on 20
Nice.
meters. So I went outside today because I needed to get back to my roots of ham radio. We had a really tough week and a half in the 911 center. For those of you who are involved with police, fire, EMS, you know, there's some good things, and sometimes it's the reality of life. Sometimes you have the opportunity of delivering a baby, and sometimes you happen to lose a baby. We have my partners and I. We had a rough couple days, and I just needed to get back. Everybody here, and I'm going to give a shout out to Jason and everybody, Mike, Kyle, everybody here. I have DM'd you, I've emailed you, we have gone across Discord, we've had some phone calls. You guys have inspired me. You guys have given me the slightest little constructive criticism has been priceless. And when you're having a down week and you kind of take your advice and you do what you got, and I said, I'm going to try it. It really uplifts you. It keeps you going. It was sort of like my church I needed to go back to church and get some inspiration. So today was a good day. I had the harbor seals. When I did, Mike, this is for KMRD. I call it the MRD cartwheel. When I get excited like Mike does in his videos, and I'm a big fat guy, all right? I'm 240 pounds. I can't do a cartwheel, but I was jumping and hooting and hollering so much. I had harbor seals. I scared the heck out of them. I had two old ladies jogging. They asked me if I was all right. I'm like, I worked Alaska. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But they finally came over and they're like, congratulations. But I don't think they really knew what it meant to me. But it was so cool. It was just so cool.
Yeah.
And then I found out one of the ladies, her father served in the war and he was part of the Signal Corps, and we started talking. And it was just, once again, when you get back to your roots of our hobby and you have such a great support system of friends, we talk about 80 meters and sometimes on 40 meters, some of the bad, again, shows like Jason and everybody on Monday night, Thursday night, Wednesday night, Ape and Steve, all these good shows, Josh on Saturday night. Sometimes I think the good there's so much good. It's just that little bit of bad sometimes that gets a little bit more attention. So I'm glad everybody is doing something positive, and I'm proud to be part of this positive group, to be part of the positive things of amateur radio. So with that,
awesome.
catch me on the radio Saturday night. Go sub my channel. Thanks.
Here.
That's right.
And Mike, maybe I'll have my wife get a video of me doing the cartwheel, the MRD cartwheel.
There you go.
I've
Thanks,
never done
Don.
a cartwheel though, so
you've come close.
You've come
close. So, thanks, Don. Thanks for being here, Don. Don is an example of someone who's been in the chat for a long, long time on several of our channels, and he's like, you know what? I think I can do this YouTube thing, and he can. He absolutely can. He's put up a couple of videos now, and he's got some really great insight to share with people. So, if you're thinking that you don't have enough knowledge to be on YouTube, you are wrong, because if you have a ham radio license, then you have more knowledge than most of the people out there in the USA today about ham radio, because at least you know what it is.
Hey, Jason.
Really, really great insight. Yeah. What's up, Chuck?
I just opened this thing up. A while ago.
Oh, that's that one we were talking about the other night.
So there'll definitely be a review on that, and probably two reviews. One opening, and looking at it, and then one actually using it. So
that's
you gonna cut it open and show us what's inside?
Yeah, send me another one, Mike, and I'll do that.
There's three mice inside of it. That's what's
they run really fast on little coasters.
Running on a wheel. So, all right, last but certainly not least, and I mean that wholeheartedly, Tank Radio. Frank, the floor is yours. Good evening. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your help with sharing the links in the chat tonight. And tell us what's coming up on your channel.
No problem, man. That's what I got the Hammy Award for the most supported ham. So I'm just continuing my job and continuing the efforts on that. Man, I'm Tank Radio. You're talking about people who can do YouTube. If I can do it, Jesus, think of what everyone else can put out there. I'm working on a new video right now for Monday Night Ham Radio coming up on February 1st. I don't know if I really want to let the cat out of the bag, but it's mesh stuff. You can figure out what's going on there with mesh nodes.
Cool.
And then I want to record a field day video, a winter field day video from my take on field day and what I'm doing for field day, mostly sitting at a camp stove. So I'm gonna throw the gauntlet down for TO during those times and see what we can come up with and cook. And man, subscribe to Tank Radio. That's really all I can
That's
say.
right. Yeah,
I got some good stuff coming along, and to quote a couple of guys before we started the stream, oh my God, I cannot unsee that. So we'll see if that's going to be in the video
that is true.
coming up.
That is true. Yeah, that is
If you
true.
don't subscribe
All
to Tank Radio, you're not a real ham. Just
That's right. Yeah.
Best
That's
endorsement yet.
Best endorsement.
Can I ask?
Hey, guys.
Jason, real quickly, can I ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I
Dawn.
ask Kat to unmute herself?
She's gone.
Yes. What's up?
Can you just tell Frank to shut up as we end the show?
Shut up, Frank.
There you go.
I want to interrupt real quick too. Thank y'all that did it. I'm over $5,000, so appreciate that.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, I saw that. I saw
That's
that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, great. Getting more subs on YouTube is what I'm all about, man. So okay, so I'm gonna switch the view here to my. No, I can't do that. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight on the YouTube stream. Please do, in all seriousness, please go subscribe to all of these channels represented here. I will update the video description because I didn't know who all would be joining us tonight. I sent out the link to a lot more people than showed up, and that's okay. It's kind of a free-for-all. It's very casual. Come and go as you please. So once this is over and once the video has rendered on YouTube, I will add links to all the channels who are represented tonight in the YouTube description below. Please do go subscribe to those folks. You can see most of them on Monday Night Ham Radio, Thursday Night Ham Radio, and you can see a lot of good stuff from them on their YouTube channel. So we're going to do this next month. If you guys have any ideas or suggestions, hit me up. Send me a comment on Discord, hamradio2.com/Discord, or you can shoot me an email to kc5hwb@gmail.com. So thank you very much once again for being here tonight. Everyone ham harder this weekend, and we hope to see you at Winter Field Day. Everybody in the Zoom chat, wave goodbye. Woo, there we go. All right. Bye, everybody.